Hi everyone, my name is Kendra and I'm a Los Angeles based filmmaker, and this is my journey to becoming a full time filmmaker, writer, director, producer. And like many artists before me, I am reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and I'm going to tell you my favorite quote from chapter 3. Okay, so here goes my favorite quote from chapter 3. It's on page 62, and this one was really challenging to me. I'll read it first and then I'll tell you why. Anger is meant to be tapped into and drawn upon. Used properly, anger can be useful. Sloth, apathy, and despair are the enemy. Anger is not. Anger is our friend. Not a nice friend, not a gentle friend, but a very, very loyal friend. It will always tell us when we have been betrayed. It will always tell us when we have betrayed ourselves. It will always tell us that it is time to act in our own best interest. Anger is not the action itself, it is action's invitation. This was like a hard, quote for me. And at first I was like, no, I'm not going to pick this one. I'm going to pick something on synchronicity, which I really loved, which is this principle of like, if you take that leap of faith, then the universe will come in and meet you halfway, kind of. But this was really one of those challenging quotes that made me take a step back and say, why is it hitting me so hard? And I think one thing that really got to me was that it says anger is not the action itself, it's an invitation. So the idea of like anger being a signal to yourself that you're, either betraying yourself or you have that question as to why do you feel angry? Like if your friend gets something that you really wanted professionally, then it makes you angry, or you criticize other artists that are doing the hard things and doing the work, and it makes you angry. So you criticize. And I think this is a really useful quote because it's saying that anger might be telling you that there's a self betrayal or betrayal outside of you happening, or you might be angry because you really want to be the one out there doing it. And you really want to be the person that's taking those leaps with faith and, working hard at what you truly want to do internally, but it hasn't manifested externally through your actions. And I do think that's very relatable. And it's hard to admit that sometimes you can have those feelings, but I think it's very healthy to say that anger tells you when it's time to act in your own best interest. Because when those feelings flood you of like anger and envy and all those things, it can be a signal to you to say, maybe it's time for me to take action and take the steps to follow my dreams or to be more authentic in myself and telling myself this is what I want to do. I want to be an artist. But sometimes you do have to go through that firestorm of anger. So it was really challenging to me, but I thought it was one of those quotes that really made me take pause. And I am happy that I read it. And let me know what you think of this quote. And if you're also reading The Artist's Way, I'd love to start a dialogue about it. So comment, everyone, if you're reading it. And thank you for coming along with me on this journey. Bye.